what's going on? Thanks so much for tuning in. Welcome to the channel. I am Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive. And this anger card just popped out. So we're looking at the energy. It's our weekly tarot reading. Separation. So kind of what you're sensing, what you're feeling, what you're picking up. The veil is quite thin right now, guys. We have Neptune in Pisces, which just really heightens that like water energy, our intuition, our knowing, you know, picking up what people are thinking, feeling, emoting, right? So yeah, let's look at the energy around Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You can be a cross watcher. You guys, I'm sure, know the drill. The energy is fluid. So as long as the message resonates, it's meant for you. Okay, so something needs your attention. And this is in a way where you're not interacting, right? Where you're actually just observing how things unfold, not putting in your opinion. Sometimes, you know, us Libras love to do that, right? But really, if people are not asking for it, I just get this energy of like, you know, there's been things in your environment that maybe you're picking up, just like I was talking about Neptune and Pisces, like you're sensing different things. And it's important to just kind of take note of what's happening. Because I feel like kind of as that anger card popped up, right? Anger keeps us from being empathetic, from being understanding. It's this value of, well, we know better. We know what that person's up to or what they're saying or how they're screwing us over or whatever. And yeah, sometimes legit people are, right? We don't want to take that out of the equation. But there also is this value where I feel like it's important for you to kind of rise above that thought process, that mentality, because it's going to help you, actually. It's going to empower you. It's going to get you to the next level, to where you're going, whatever goal you have in place. Obviously, everyone's situation is going to look different. This is a general reading. I do personal readings, guys. So if you want to hit me up, I would totally be honored and love to help you navigate whatever you're going through. But this situation is really calling you to, you know, kind of drop the sword is what I'm hearing. I feel like whatever you've been interacting with, yeah, and that's kind of where your reward is, right? So whatever you've been interacting with, whatever this situation pertains to or this energy pertains to for you, I think there's a lot of fear. I think there's a lot of fear that there's some shadiness going on behind your back, you know, anxiety, stress, keeping you up at night. But I think there is this level, Libra, where it's like you have to kind of look at what's actually happening, right? The best way to tell who a person is by their actions, right? People can always say one thing and do another. I think there is this element where we have to be gracious and kind and understanding that everyone's a human. I mean, I think that's what Libra energy is about, right? It is a balancing of the scales. It's knowing when to execute justice and when to have grace and empathy and understanding. And it looks like whatever you're dealing with, this can be community, friends, it can be business, co-workers, family. It is a call for friendship, for harmony, bringing things together, because legit, that's where your reward is being born from, which is dope, you know. You might have some tension with someone right now that's in your environment, and it's not making it feel too comfortable. I feel like, you know, you yourself can only work with what's your responsibility. Don't take on responsibility for this other person or situation. There is a lot of conflict around it. What I like, my silver lining with the 5 of Wands, is just recognizing that even if like we're fighting about stuff sometimes, like it's not stuff that we can't get over. And Five of Wands has a little bit more friendly energy. I mean, in context, you know, it sucks, it's annoying, it's frustrating, tormenting in your soul to some capacity, but there's still options. You know, there is a lot of creative inspiration around this, and there is, okay, so Pentacles energy, so we have Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn you could be dealing with. Someone's kind of watching how you unfold. You know, I feel like this person, I don't get that this is your energy per se, Libra. I feel like this is someone you're dealing with. It's like the masculine side of Earth energy. So that can be whoever is kind of emanating that in your environment. Strong, you know, might be the owner of their own business, making money, etc. But also kind of just, I feel like weighing their options. And this might be you, especially if you're dealing with something on the business level, right? Like where you're kind of looking and assessing. There's this conflict around things, how things have come out, how they've kind of manifested. Because it's stuff, to me, that's fallen flat, especially with that Page of Cups. That's places that, like, the intention might be there. Yeah, that sounds like it's a good idea, or there might be a connection. But it doesn't really move beyond that, you know? It's very much that baby energy. And this King of Pentacles could be expressing that to you, you know? Someone who, yeah, they like you. Yeah, like, oh, she seems fun. He seems fun, you know, whatever. Let's try it out. But it's not really serious. It's nothing too deep, you know? It's someone who has the intentions, but they're not at the level of maturity where they can actually commit to these ideas and, you know, these dynamics between you two. And so you're really kind of waiting to see how it all pans out. Lots of fire energy in your, yeah, dude, that's all fire energy. The sun is ruled by Leo. King of Wands could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Three of Wands energy. You know, I feel like, you know, I think that there's a lot of clarity for you is what I'm hearing. But you're also trying to step up and take hold, seize, like, your opportunities and what you have going on. And like the King of Wands is all about being like creatively inspired, having their stuff together, you know, also business owner, someone who is on point is what I'm hearing, right? But I feel like, okay, let's clarify this, sun. What are you seeing? Okay. I think there's a call to maybe recognize that there needs to be a little bit more balance in the situation. Because the thing is, you know, I feel like both people are out for their own success, their own victory, but that is actually what is, you know, that's kind of like what's creating this tension, conflict. Because it's not, like, I feel like there's actually this priority to work together or find a way to have like harmony and balance, but it's not coming through because you're both focused, okay, well, what's gonna make me the strongest and most successful? One's coming from that avenue of money, finances, pentacles. The other is from like, you know, creative inspiration, like what is their branding, you know, what makes them them. I think that this person's situation that you're dealing with is having a really hard time with this. Temperance energy, not really being able to control their emotions, having a lot of feelings. Whew. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. So having a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions about how things are changing and shifting, and not really knowing, you know, sometimes they're happy, sometimes they're pissed, you know, and you might be getting some of that. I don't know if there's a lot of interaction between you two. I feel like this person is really looking, like I said, they're out for their own success and like what makes them happy and fulfilled. But that's kind of the thing, Libra. It's not, I don't know. What does Libra need to know? Because I don't feel like it's like you guys, I think there's conflict and tension for sure, but I don't think you guys want different things. I think you want the same thing. I think it looks differently. Does that make sense? I don't know. But it's kind of like the same goals in mind. Maybe different expressions of those goals, like, you know, whatever. If it's, you know, just different ideas about how it's going to play out. But I still hear you can work together to both get to your goal, right? That's what I'm hearing. Does that make sense? I hope I didn't overcomplicate it. Well, let's pull some cards in that vein of what, okay. So I think being patient is wise right now, Libra, you know, just knowing that things are changing, they are transitioning. And honestly, this is your energy right here. Libra rules the Empress. It's love, it's Venus, it's Taurus energy. You know, just, and that's, to me, it's like the expression of ultimate abundance, right? Like we need to be able to use conscious choices to make decisions that honor us and what we're growing and building. And from that comes that abundance, right? From that space is that outpouring, you know, and that's working with the energy intelligently, creatively, versus like forcing the issue, you know, and no shade. I think you have a lot of good ideas. I think what you have kind of going on, what you're trying to generate is from a space of strength. I think sometimes the King of Wands can just be a little bit like arrogant, like maybe not thinking things through, ego-based, you know, because I'm not trying to hate on anyone, right? But when we're trying to achieve our goals based out of our ego, that's very different than like authentically feeling like, nah, this might not be the best fit for me, you know? So be mindful, pay attention to that. Really trust your instincts, trust your intuition. That's kind of what you're leaving out. And just recognizing there's that Emperor, that things do happen in cycles and phases. Not everything happens at once. I don't know if it's like this culture of instant gratification, technology, blah, 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 right? But we've gotten so into this realm of thinking like things just fall into place ASAP. But legit, they're going to for you, Libra. And I'm not sure, this feels very separate. You know, I feel, oh, why is this your shadow? Let's look at this. Okay. Well, here's the deal. Let me pull one more for you guys. I'm curious as to if this is the same person, same party, or is this new peeps? Because I feel like this is old energy. Yeah, yep. Okay. So, you know, here's the thing. I think, kind of like I was saying, not that I don't know. Everyone's situation is going to be different. If you're dealing with someone super toxic, then keep that in mind, right? Because I don't want to minimize anything for anyone. These are general readings as a side note. But I do feel it does look like this person tries to come back around and tries to promise, make a lot of promises, but legit, it's rooted in their own ego. And this 8 of Cups is really talking about like having the courage and the strength to walk away from that and know what it is. They're using this connection, knowing you for a while, whatever, having an established history to kind of get what they want. And maybe, it's all true, right? Like, you care about this person. You wish it would have gone different. You do have empathy and understanding for the circumstances, for the relationship. But I do feel like this friendship card to me is just like making peace, number one, with what it is, really evaluating the person and seeing them for who they are, and then making your expectations, like adjusting those accordingly, right? Because this person is trying to control and trying to manipulate, and they really need to be doing the releasing. I'm not saying one person is right or wrong, you know. I try to look at things from that higher level of like how we interact with one another. But I feel like this person is functioning way more out of their emotion, their fear, like we were saying at the very beginning, right? This is all like very emotional energy, not knowing how to handle themselves, how to ground themselves, because this new beginning is here and playing out. And for you, it's like when they come around, when they want something for you, ask yourself, ask your body, tune in. How does it feel? What is it making you feel inside? That is like the best radar, you know, barometer, I think is a better word. Like, if it's making you feel gross or sick or like, you know, if it's giving you bad vibes, pay attention to that, right? Don't do it just because you feel like you should. Because I think that this ultimately is about you, Libra, like establishing your power, holding on to that, and staying true to that, right? Not bending to other people's will. Two different perspectives, two different understandings, therefore two different choices. You can only control your choice, not theirs. And when we listen to ourselves, to our being, when we establish our boundaries, sometimes people don't like that. And that is hard, right? Especially if there is a lot of history between you two. There are going to be certain expectations of how things need to look. But this is kind of stepping to a deeper place of connection, manifestation within yourself, and saying like, no, dude, I want to live this life where I can have it all. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you resonated, definitely big thumbs up. Drop comments below. I love just hearing how, you know, just what your experience is, how it interacts with you, etc. Sending lots of love and blessings always.